Ah, beautiful, beautiful lyrics of a very underrated band. Today I'm going to be talking to you and doing a review on dark synthwave bands. And today, especially, I'll be talking about Twin Tribes. Join me. So today I get to talk a little bit about Twin Tribes. I've been waiting to do a review on this band for quite some time. This band fell into my lap during the pandemic, and I have a very deep obsession not only for ethereal music, but for dark wave, dark synth wave to be exact. This band takes the cake, and I cannot wait to introduce them to the world because they are probably one of the most underrated goth bands around. And once it goes into your ear, it's very, very, very obsessive. Now, let me share with you a little bit about the band. It's made up of two members. They're a duo, Luis Navarro and Joel Nino Jr., and they're out of Brownsville, Texas. If you look at how many shows they're doing, they're completely sold out and filled venues from coast to coast. Now, I'm a bazillion miles away, but this is the type of band which I would love to see live. It's the type of band that has really, really attacked my wanting to go in there and say, here, take my money, please. And also, they have got some of the coolest merchandise ever for a goth band. Whoever is doing their videography and their artistic work on their albums and stuff is top notch. If you haven't seen any of their videos, I'm going to be leaving a complete retrospective link and materials down below for you to check out this band. Completely awesome, very dark, and professional. Now I want to share a little bit about Lewis and Joel and what they have done. They have created 3 albums. The first one is called Shadows, which was released in 2018. The second one was called Ceremony. It was released in 2019. And the third one was called Altars, which was released in 2021. There's 2 more compilation CDs or albums that they had created. One of them is filled with remixes, and the other one is a smaller album with 4 songs on there. They have an 80s sound to it, but a completely original vibe. I love the guitars. It's romantic, it's soft, it is falling, and it is very calming. There's so many songs I wish to review, and I'm going to be talking about 3 of their albums today and the top 5 songs that I've chosen from each of the 3. Again, I would love to see these 2 fellows live, and Joel and Lewis, if you're out there, I will be in the first row. I completely love your music. I also want to share with you before I go into this, they have a video called Heart and Feather. It is outrageous. Done in the desert, 5 stars, 2 goth brothers, completely streaming guitars. Very, 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 it leaves you wanting and longing for more. It is, like I said, it is a completely underrated band. And these 2 fellas can pull off the most best eyeliner any duo can do. I mean, next to, I'm trying to think of, what's his name? Robert Smith and the actor Johnny Depp. Okay, so based on that, their makeup is right on cue. We're going to share a little bit about today the albums I'm going to talk about. The first album that I had fallen in love with, which was done in 2018, it's called Shadows. And I had put their songs in order to the top 5 that I love. The first one is called Portal to Void, and I have a side note on it. Leave me longing for more. I loved it. Number 2 was the one that just sunk its meat hooks into me and kept me playing the song continuously for almost 24 hours. It's called Tower of Glass. And they have a video which is awesome. Link is in down below. A very, very energizing song. Catharsis. If I said that correctly, Catharsis. Yeah. That's what happens when you're an elder goth. The brain cells go. Catharsis, it is dreamlike. Love this music. Love this song. Completely mesmerizing. Number 1 was moved to number 4 over here. It was called Path to Antares. There's no lyrics in the song, but completely satisfying. And my favorite of the five, which it kind of overshadows Tower of Glass because it's very close to my heart because of something very special. Now, I'm going to say that Tower of Glass is my favorite song on this compilation. However, number 6 has a very special meaning to me because not only does the title is reminiscent of a movie, but the lyrics are too. In the year 1982, when I was only 10 years old, myself, my mom, and my first cousin all went to go see Jim Henson's production of The Dark Crystal in the movie theater. And trust me, in 1982, this was magic beyond anything we've ever seen before. The moment the screens came on and the story started to come to life, it was completely unbelievable. In the song done by Twin Tribes, they write down here, creatures surround and undone, the two made one, dark crystal, take me away, take me away. And if you've ever seen the movie, you know exactly where that is from and what it's all about and the underlying meaning. That is how the great conjunction was prophesized in the movie. Totally, totally love it. And the reference, oh, you guys did in fact take me away. Let's move on now to the second album, Ceremony. I'm loving the names of these albums and titles and stuff, even though I don't speak very well. 2019 had 4 songs that I had moved to the top. The first one was called Shrine. Best music for a soundtrack that I've ever heard. Completely loved it. Number 2, again, repeating myself from before, Heart and Feather. The video was outrageous. Totally goth and dance. 5 stars, you guys. 5 stars. One of the most famous songs that this duo has made is called Fantasmas. And I had to do as much research as I could to find out what it was all about. If you look very carefully at the lyrics, they slip a little bit of Spanish in there. Solo miro fantasmas, which means phantom in Spanish. Están dentro de ti, which translates into, I just look at ghosts. They're inside you. Delicious. Ah. Love this album. And coming in was the last song on the compilation, which became my favorite song, which has held so much meaning to me, Upir. Not only is the title very important, but as someone who is Slovakian, the title actually has a reference to a mythological creature of a vampire that can be out in the sunlight. Now, I'm also a Galatian, and if you know anything about Krampus, we have a much darker Krampus in our mythology, especially my part of Galatia. Do your homework. Going into the third compilation, the third album that they had done called Altars, released in 2021. This is a bunch of remixes done by different bands, and they outdid themselves. Tower Glass is one of the best compilations on here with a geometric version mix, and you can see this on YouTube. Synth and beat is outrageous. I love the clap machines in the sound of Upir. Skeleton Hands, Geometric Vision, Lud's Futuro, Ash Cove, Cult of Alia, Night, which I'd love to do a music compilation review on that band itself. They're another duo. Wingtips, Matt Buck, a Dave Parley, She Passed Away, Boot Blacks, and Cross Lies. All of these bands did remixes on Twin Tribes albums. Completely unexpected, completely wonderful. Altars really is a wonderful album. Now, sharing a little bit more about these two fellows from Brownsville, Texas. Louis and Joel are a duo which have created music that is not only dark synthwave, use the synthesizers correctly, the crying guitars. But these two fellows are professional in every sense of the way. I cannot wait to see these two fellows live. I'm a million miles away from home, but I can tell you honestly, I'll be in the first row, just with my arms raised, loving it all. I would like to wish these two fellows the best in life. These two Goth brothers, I wish them the absolute best ever in their successes in creating new albums. I'm a die-hard fan of Twin Tribes. Leaving off, I will finish it here. Check them out. All the links are down below. You will not regret it. Gothically yours, Professor M.